Welcome to another episode of Careers Express, brought to you by the Cyprus Mail, where job seekers and professionals can stay up to date with what matters most in our world of work. Today, our topic is skilling, but not skills of employees, rather building skills of clients, and in particular, those of trader clientele of Forex. Joining me for our discussion is Director of Education at Naga, Andreas Thalassinos. Andrea, welcome. It's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
When organizations talk about education, they always refer to their employees, but Naga highlights educating their clients, especially when it comes to trading. So why would you say your clients benefit from skilling?
Well, in the financial market, the education, client education, is very important, is imperative, is crucial. And at Naga, we view that very importantly. So we believe that client education should be on a daily basis with valid and correct information. And so we can prepare our clients, our traders, to get confidence and start trading the markets and be able to face any adverse conditions when they arise.
What are the basic skills, though, needed for successful trading?
Well, there are three basic ingredients, as I call them: a solid trading system, risk management rules, and discipline. The trading system actually contains the rules on when to buy a financial instrument, when to sell a financial instrument, and when to exit the market, when you exit an order, a trade, either with a small loss or with profits. The risk management rules will safeguard or mitigate the risks, if you prefer, or safeguard as much as possible your capital. For example, if you buy a financial instrument hoping that the market will move higher and higher, so you can benefit from the rally. But unfortunately, the market has a different idea and it moves in the opposite direction. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay in that investment, in that trade for days, weeks, months, years, hoping that one day the market will change idea, reverse, and go in your direction? Or are you going to get out with a predefined stop loss? And this is the first rule of risk management rules, the protective stop loss. The second one that I wanted to mention is the profit take. Before you enter any investment, any trade, it's wise to know the goal of this investment. You risk an X amount, so you can make potentially another amount. When the market reaches that predetermined price level, are you ready? Are you disciplined enough to exit the market and book your profits? Or are you greedy and stay in the trade so you can maximize as much as possible your profit, if that, of course, is feasible? So again, profit taking is very important in this business. The last one that I wanted to mention is position size. Are you going to commit, if you prefer, all your capital in one single trade? Or are you going to perhaps divide it in smaller amounts? So tomorrow, if you lose today, you can have another trading day to hopefully invest. Of course, discipline, it's another key ingredient in this business. And when we talk discipline, we talk about self-discipline, emotions control, correct mindset. Why? Because you need the discipline to follow your trading system and the risk management rules. People, traders, beginners especially, fail because they do not follow one or more of these three ingredients.
So discipline helps in all areas,
Yes.
basically. Yeah. Okay, so what are the skill gaps among experienced traders and beginners?
Well, the financial markets have been glamorized over the years on the internet as an easy way to make a lot of money. What these promotions fail to mention is that education is imperative and there are associated risks with the financial markets and with investments in general. Now, unfortunately, people enter the markets and start trading, investing without any prior knowledge or with minimal knowledge. What do you think is going to happen? The results will be negative. That's why at NAGA we are committed to client education with a plethora, an abundance of educational resources and methods. So our clients, our traders get prepared to trade the markets and have an exciting trading journey.
Is client skilling a standard practice or a relatively new trend?
Well, allow me to say that as a veteran educator, I have witnessed a lot of wrong information going around, a lot of copy-paste that magnifies this false, wrong, invalid information. And I have seen a lot of self-proclaimed gurus pretending to know it all, but failing to pass the message across and have their audience understand, comprehend, learn even the basics. So at NAGA, we believe that information, training, education should be correct, based on valid information in an easy to understand way, so all traders and especially beginners understand, learn, and prepare to start investing in the financial markets. And for that, we offer different educational resources so we can help them understand the terminology, theories, and the concepts of trading.
How has skills training evolved over the years? What do you offer now that technological limitations didn't allow you to offer previously?
Well, I remember many years ago when I started in this industry, the educational resources were based on plain, boring text, right? But nevertheless, nowadays, things have shifted forward and we have colorful, interesting, and exciting ebooks with nice images conveying the message. We also have video tutorials, educational videos based on multimedia and animation, interesting to keep you alert and help you understand and learn the concepts, the theories behind that. Of course, plain text is always going to be there, and articles, online webinars through the help of the technology, which is widely accepted nowadays, especially during the COVID pandemic, and everybody's familiar with the conferencing platforms. And of course, I should mention the old way, the seminars and the workshops on location, which is, again, a very effective way.
We've heard a lot about metaverse recently. Do you forecast that it will change the experience of trading? If so, how?
Well, Elizabeth, I get very excited when I hear the word metaverse, the state-of-the-art technology, the new internet, the new universe of universes or metaverse of metaverses, as they call it. I really become very excited about that. And the applications that metaverse will apply, it's enormous. Just imagine that our traders on our pioneering trading platform at NAGA, they share ideas, tips, views on a daily basis, but that in the near future will be happening on the metaverse in a virtual reality forum, venue, classroom, place, if you wish, through 3D gadgets. This will bring people closer. And of course, it will open new ways to conduct business, interact, and socialize.
Do you find that younger generations of traders need different training as compared to older generations?
When we talk about investors, traders, what comes in mind is middle-aged men, gray hair, in suits and ties. That is not true anymore. We have witnessed the last years the influx of new generations of traders. They come in jeans, in hoodies, in t-shirts. The most important thing is that they live on the internet, on the social media. They learn, they socialize, they work, they do everything on the social media. And it will be a mistake not to forward focus our educational effort through that channel of the social media. So this new group of traders can learn in their natural habitat.
In your opinion, which other business sectors need to educate their clients?
Every business is built on a trust relationship between the company and the client. I think this is very important and it applies to all areas. With that in mind, I believe that all industries, all businesses should use client education to their advantage. At least they can educate their potential clients on their services and products that they offer, but on the same time, they can go one step further beyond that and educate them in a broader section so their potential clients and clients can become better and build a long-lasting relationship with them.
What are the future developments you are most excited about?
As I mentioned, I'm very excited with the new technology, especially metaverse, but I want to mention NFTs and blockchain. The adoption of metaverse will change, of course, the way we work, we socialize, we conduct business, and play online. Now, I mention play online because, in my opinion, the gaming industry is based on a high-tech infrastructure that it may be used in other areas as well. I believe that soon the two-dimensional conferencing will be replaced by a 3D and virtual reality gadgets on metaverse, and that will bring people even closer, believe it or not.
Yes.
Imagine working remotely while attending an online meeting in a virtual room with your co-workers and having the feeling and experience that you are there with them physically. This is a game changer, right? The same goes for education, sightseeing in a foreign country, visiting a museum, even shopping in a supermarket, but virtual, right? And this, of course, this list goes on and on and on, and it's endless. The applications are many that metaverse and this new technology can affect. Now, another development that we should keep an eye on is the NFTs, the non-fungible tokens. These are unique digital assets. These are digital files, right? But these files contain anything from music to art to video, anything. And this asset, this file, may be tokenized, may be converted, if you like, to a smart contract, a contract on the blockchain. And that token, as it is known, will guarantee authenticity of the object and also ownership for the creator. And this is extremely important because creators now do not have to worry about ownership. And of course, all this is powered by the blockchain technology that smart contracts will safeguard authenticity and ownership.
Finally, where can people learn more about Naga?
Well, people can find Naga at www.naga.com.
Andrea, thanks so much for sharing these valuable insights.
My pleasure. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks also to you, our Careers Express viewers, for joining us. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and follow us on our social media as well. See you in a new video very soon.